Hey guys, this is Arnold98, and here we have Bumblebee from the first Transformers movie in 2007 in his old Camaro form. And yeah, I'm done with Transformers from the B movie, and I'm deciding to go back to the first three Bayformers movies for now. And I made this guy because I really like how my Optimus Prime turned out, and I really wanted to get a definitive version of Bumblebee, like one that I don't feel the need to update anymore, and I'm really happy how he turned out here. Yeah, so this is actually my third take on this design, kind of like B's iconic chest hood and door wing design, which has proven to be pretty tricky since I've only made two versions of this design in the past. Well, I never made the old Camaro, but I made the new Camaro B back in 2014 when I first started. That one was really chubby and quite ugly. And I also recently made the Last Night B in its Camaro form in when like a few years ago, and it looked great in both modes, but it wasn't very posable. And since then, I tried to update that last night B, and it ended up decided to start from scratch. So I tore them apart and I made this guy here. And once again, I decided to stick with the 1976 Camaro because I never done this version before, and it fit well with my Bumblebee Optimus Prime, as you saw in my previous video. And yeah, there's a studio file in the description. I'm not sure if I'll be making an instruction video. It may take a while, but this guy is fairly simple. Like, to start, here is his car mode. Once again, he's the 1976 Camaro. Old Camaro, I guess. And this thing is really clean. It's very smooth. I didn't want to go for the dirty look because I wanted to keep everything clean because if I added like little splotches of brown, it would kind of make it more unstable, and I just didn't want to plan that out. So I left him clean. And plus, he looked nice in this form next to my Bumblebee Prime, as you saw before. And he holds together really well. As nothing comes loose, really. He tabs in pretty well. Solid. I got the stripes down pretty well. You can see them go down here. They kind of stop up here, but that's fine. The front grille, the lights, and the bumper. And then you can see the sides here, the doors. There are little mirrors here. They're a little lower than usual. And this back wheel should be back a little bit, but it's just for transformation. And coming to the back, you see the license plate, headlights, rear tail lights, and his feet kind of stick out at the bottom. That's kind of fine. And the top here is really ugly because of all the robot stuff, but I tried to make the illusion that this is like the back windshield. It kind of works. And finally on the bottom, nothing really special. You can't even see his head, which is interesting. And for a size comparison, you got Ravage, you got a minifigure. I definitely want to make a purist version of Sam. And next up we have Bumblebee from the B movie. I'm not going to bother making this into the new Camaro like at the end of that movie. Yeah, and these two together, obviously the old Camaro is much longer as a car. And having these two side by side is actually accurate to the first movie, if you know what I mean. Next up we have Jazz. Jazz is like the same length as my Beetle B. And bringing in Optimus Prime, we have 3/5 of the gang together. Technically B is not in the correct alt mode, but I'll fix that later on. I don't have Last Night B anymore. He was actually taken apart to make this guy, but as another car we have Last Night Crosshairs. They're roughly like the same length. I'm pretty sure their cars are supposed to be around the same size. And we have Studio Series Barricade. And finally we have his toy from the 2007 movie. And now into the transformation. His transformation is really smooth. I definitely took a lot of ideas from the Masterpiece toy to reduce kibble and prevent him having a big backpack. And this guy definitely wouldn't have been possible if I didn't make my B movie B, the Beetle one, first, because I did borrow a lot of the techniques used on that. And to start, like other Bumblebee figures, you gotta take out the doors, or open them up. Just wiggle over here. You gotta fold this wheel back, and like that, and then you can open it. And there's not much hiding inside. If you're gonna build him a stud.io, please stud.io. Just remember the configuration of his hip and everything in here. Just give you a good look right now, because that'll be very helpful. And this tab lines up into the hip right here. And same for the other side. And now with these two gone, he'll start to come apart, I guess. You want to fold this back here, and all this is going to fold up onto the front of the car. It's going to look kind of strange, but it's going to work out in the end. And now you're going to come up to here, and take these doors, fold them back, take the arms, fold them forward, and shift them to the middle and fold them out. And now you can shift them inwards. They have to be as far out as possible for car mode, like that. And as you can see, just like with my Movie B, you can see the similarities with like the hinges inside the arms and stuff, and this little center section. You have to separate this. Just grab your finger and wiggle these sections outwards. Like that. And then you take this section and you shift it outwards as far as you can go without it falling off. And then pull the head up, flip this section down, and flip the section down, and you're getting there. And then just for the legs, just unfold them out, just to get them out of the way. And then these panels will rotate around. So, just like that. And then coming into the side here, just as like Movie B, this part folds down. Now the arm is in the correct position, but I did add this extra area that holds the wings together. You rotate this like that, fold it, and you give it an angle, which is nice. And same for this side, you rotate this down, and you rotate this to the side, fold it. As you can see, just like with Movie B, it's because of these two droid arms on this clip. There are like 3 different sections that rotate, which is interesting. And you fold the arms down, and now you gotta get the chest in position. You rotate these out like that, and rotate this out, and then this chest plate right here just folds up, and then you want to shift these 2 sections inwards, that droid arm, and give it the angle. And coming over to here, you want to fold this back, just fold this forward so it sits like that, and all this should compact together. And this section here, just the front of the center of the car, just rotates up and sits right there. And now for the legs, you want to rotate this around, and then you want to fold this section down, like just for now. And fold this will be the knee pad, and then this section will rotate around to become as the hip panels. Now for the actual foot itself, it's actually, I don't quite know how it works yet. There's like a bunch of hinges inside here, I just rotate around, but so it takes some fiddling, but hopefully I'll get it this time. You fold this outwards, rotate this, fold this down, and then fold this over. Yep, and then you pass this through underneath here. And then take the toe, fold it out, and this little section will become the heel spur. Shift that outwards, and finally, to get the wheel in, you want to shift it a tiny bit down, and then it's gonna clear. I like it kind of fills this gap and it sits right there. And that is one leg done. And now for the other leg, rotate this out, rotate this 180, flip the hip panel like that. Take this knee part, fold it up, and now this side, okay. I'm gonna fold at the heel right here. So this might be confusing if you try this yourself, but it works. I just haven't practiced this part enough yet. Okay. Pull this up. And rotate this. This little black part is supposed to be the heel, so that's where that goes. And then fold this to the back. Fold the toe out, and then fold this, shift it inwards. The wheel will sit right in there. And there are the legs all done. And B's almost done. This is a new thing I never done in my Transformers, because I never knew B had these little wings until the Masterpiece toy came out. But this is really smooth also. You rotate this 180, fold it down this hinge, fold it outwards, like that. And same for this side, you rotate this down, and then you shift it down, and then you fold it like that, and make sure the wings are angled a little bit. and sending him onto the ground. And here we have B in his robot mode, and he looks pretty proper for his design. And a quick spin on the turntable. As you can see, he has very minimal kibble on the back. And he doesn't have much kibble on the back because all the panels are kind of folded up inside here. This is the roof and this is the front windshield. All this kind of accordions around, so just like with Bumblebee Prime, there isn't like a central support. These panels just layer on top of each other, which is cool. And of course his head is the same as all my other bees. The chest area is like looks good for the old Camaro, and the arms are similar to my Beetle Bee. They're just a bit longer for proportions. And yeah, I really like the wings. They're a bit long and they have this like ugly stump here. This is the tab for vehicle mode. I didn't want to mess with that without changing the stability of these wings. And coming into the back, this is like the only kibble we can actually kind of remove. Pull this up actually. And this is my first bee where you can actually have the mini wings, because I didn't know about that until the masterpiece came along. And yeah, this is the only bee I made that you can actually angle the doors to. It gives him much more, makes him more expressive. And the legs are cool. I actually got the side panels from the sides of the car, which is another first for me. Knee pads, the toes. The wheels are actually in the correct spot finally. You can't see them very well, but they're there. They're stuck inside his heels. And there's still a massive kibble on the back here for the rear of the vehicle mode, but I'm glad this all stays together well. And now for articulation, he's pretty articulated for a small size, just like with a Beetle Bee. The arm can go up and down. You can shift him forward and back. Not sure what that really helps with, but just a bend at the elbow and bicep swivel here. His head is on that robot arm. It's a bit stiff, so you need to hold the chest together in order to get it to move, but it works. And you can look up and down. And no waist articulation, it's fine due to how this transformation is. And since the wings can be hinged, you can actually just have them rotate to the side like that. It looks a bit plain, so I like to rotate them upwards. In order to get this to work, you need some really loose robot arms, or else this part will kind of make this pop out. Just a little fragile, but it's better than that weird clip, just using a standard single clip that shifts around on my previous versions. And then for the legs, he can do the splits. He has a nice hip movement. The little hip panels don't interfere with anything. You can also bend forward, pretty high up, and bend backwards. And also bend at the knee. Almost 90 degrees. Actually, you can get it to 90 degrees, but it'll move the kibble down a little bit. And also rotate here. Some toe movement. It's not very helpful. There's no ankle tilt. And for weapons, we have his cannon. That's pretty much all he had in the movie. This is slightly different from what I did with the Last Night Bee. It actually fits over his hand instead of having to fold the hand away. I don't know if it's better or not, but I still like it. It just clips into his hand, that little T-piece. That. And there you go. Here he is with his cannon, blaster, whatever. You can get into a nice shooting pose and stuff. Yeah, and it looks nice with that simple cannon. And for size comparison, we've got Ravage. Oh, this is the wrong version of Bumblebee. But, then you got a minifigure. And here's a Bumblebee with my only Bumblebee I have around out of Lego. I took apart Last Night Bee to make this guy, so he's not around. As you can see, Beetle Bee is much smaller, which is appropriate, giving his alt mode choice and his size in the movie. And yeah, you can see the similarities with the shoulder, chest area. I definitely couldn't have made this guy without making Bee here. And here he is next to Last Night Drift. They're about like the same height. Bee's a little shorter, which is appropriate to how they scale in the movie. And here he is with the Last Night Deluxe. And Studio Series Barricade. And here he is with the Last Night Barricade, my Lego version. I do want to update my first movie Barricade also. So here's B with his 2007 movie figure. Yeah, this figure is not the greatest figure I have. And here he is with first movie Jazz. And here we have Optimus Prime here. So we have 3/5 of the gang so far. Of course, I'll have the new Camaro B when I have the other two members. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I'm more than happy how B turned out. This design is particularly difficult to do with Lego at this scale, and I'm glad I got it right on the third try. And, well, not this like old Camaro design, but I will definitely be retooling him into the other versions. Probably not all of them. I don't want to have like a beast swarm in my Lego Transformers collection, or swarm you guys with just Bumblebee videos. They're just retools of the same guy. I definitely have the new Camaro, concept Camaro lined up for a video coming up soon. Not like that soon, but I still have other builds to show. I do have the studio file in the description, and yeah, I'm very glad how he turned out once again. This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't make my first Beetlebee to get that nice chest shape and those angled wings. I even got the mini wings in the back, and he has minimal kibble. And yeah, that is it. I'll be adding more characters to my 2007 updated cast soon, and I'll see you guys then.